Hey guys, so it's now the end of day 2. So let's go over what I did the rest of day 1 after I made that video and everything that I've done today. So day 1, right, I made my YouTube video and I made my YouTube channel and after that I also made, I kind of like designed my business cards a little bit, I've kind of, I don't know, I'm like halfway like them, halfway, it's like I don't know yet. I have to decide more. And then that was pretty much it for day 1. I just kind of like took it easy, because it was Saturday. There's not a whole lot to do. And then as of day 2, Sunday, so my sponsor, she actually sent me a whole bunch of stuff to get done. So that's what I've been doing today. So I started with, she wanted me to break down my goal. So I told you guys before that my goal was 13 houses. So basically, for the first 3 months, they say, like, you're really not going to sell anything because the first 3 months is really, like, getting leads and talking to them and kind of pulling them into your circle and that kind of stuff, and just getting them to decide if they want to work with you or not. So after that, of course, I'd have to catch up on houses that I was supposed to do, But if I break down the 13 houses by a whole year, that's one house every 28 days. So, of course, once I get to the 3 months mark, I'll have a couple houses to check up on, or catch up on, but I'll get there, And then also, she sent me a video of learning how to do a CMA, which is the comparative market analysis, which is how realtors decide the range of what you should post your house in. And then once you get that range, usually it's in the middle if you've got like just a normal, like nice used house, But at the top, if it's like new, like there's nothing, perfect top. And then bottom's like, like we got a hole in the wall, that kind of stuff, And then she also sent me a video called Social Media 101, which is all of the social media stuff that I had to do. So I made a Google business page, I made a Linktree, I made a Realtor.com page. I tried to make a Zillow page, but it just was not loading, so I'm going to try that again tomorrow. I updated my LinkedIn, and then I took a whole bunch of notes on how to do a CMA. Let me get through that. And then, oh, right, so I watched her listing presentation of how she does a listing presentation. I didn't really take a whole bunch of notes just because it's her listing presentation. Once I make mine, it's going to be different. It's going to be more to how I want to do it, that kind of stuff. And then I took a whole bunch of notes about capturing leads. And then she has a whole video about the daily habits of an icon. And if you don't work with EXP, you don't know what an icon is. An icon is someone that sells more than or grosses more than $2 million. So basically, she's been an icon for 4 years in a row. So she has a whole video of her daily habits, what she does, going throughout the whole day. So I watched that video, took notes on it. And then we just went over KV Core, which is our lead generation thing that we use. And it does so much stuff. I didn't know it did that much stuff, which is really nice. So I took notes on the general KV Core, and then now I'm going to be watching a video about the in-depth KV Core and taking notes on that. I don't even know if I'll get through the whole video because it's an hour long, and it's already like 8:30 at night because my kids just went to bed, which is why it's quiet here because my kids are asleep. So I'll be doing that. And then day 3 will be catching up on the videos that I didn't get to, that kind of stuff. Day 3 is also Monday, so that will be me going into EXP, meeting with the state broker, meeting with my sponsor there, and then just because my sponsor, she is not in my state, so my broker will be the one that I go to for questions about laws and stuff, because I'm in Washington State and my sponsor is in North Carolina. but she'll be who I go to for all my other questions. You know, what I should be doing daily. And so those daily habits of my icon, you know, she sent me all those, you know, that kind of stuff. And so she's who I'm going to be talking to about that kind of stuff. But if I have any like law specific questions, that goes to my state sponsor. And then also, if you work with EXP, you also get a local mentor. So I'll have a local mentor as well who I can talk to and ask questions with. And my local mentor, they're going to walk me through every step of my first 3 transactions, which will be great because I'll be able to take notes, learn everything, you know, because this is my first, you know, doing anything with real estate. So it'll be nice to follow along with someone and learn exactly how to do it the right way, you know, all that kind of stuff, which is great. But plus, when you first start EXP, I mean, you do have to go through, I think it's like 45 hours of new trainee stuff, you know, so I'll be doing a lot of classes and that kind of stuff. And EXP offers a bunch of other classes, so I already know that I want to take a bunch of classes and just learn everything that I can. And I mean, to get your license, you already had to have done 90 hours. So I've already done 90 hours. And that's mostly laws and how to do things and that kind of stuff. And like they call them the fundamentals of real estate. So I've done that, which is how I was able to take the test. And the test is 200 questions. So it took me 3 hours, and they give you 3 hours and 15 minutes. It's a long test, but I was so nervous when I went there. I'm just so happy that I passed. I was like shaking. I'm already like super white, but I was like see-through. Like I'm so nervous. And then when I passed, it was just like such a sigh of relief. So that's how day 1 went. That's how day 2's gone so far. Day 3, you know, I'm excited for because then I get to, because EXP is virtual, so we get to go in there, have my little avatar lady, walk around, you know, get to know everything, and that'll be fun, and I'll get to, you know, actually talk to my mentor about more like what we do on a day-to-day basis, you know, instead of just learning some of the fundamentals and that kind of stuff and watching all these videos. It'll be nice to do and actually talk to her and kind of go over basically everything, because we do a weekly accountability meeting, which is basically everyone says that you should have an accountability partner, you know, and so you start with everything you're going to do that week. You know, you set it out, you're like, this is what I'm doing, then you break it down into days, this is what I'm doing each day, and then you hold yourself accountable. But most people, right, they have an easier time letting themselves down than letting other people down. So if you have your accountability partner and the next week, right, you have your video and they're like, okay, well, did you get this done every day that you said you were going to? And you're like, well, no, you know, you're going to feel like, well, crap, you know, now I have to explain to them why I didn't get my stuff done, you know? And that kind of gives you the feeling of like, oh gosh, like next time I don't want to have to explain to anyone why I didn't get my stuff done, you know? And it helps you feel like more like, oh, like let me get this stuff done, you know? And I guess that's kind of how you get a little bit more of the structure and not just being like self-employed by myself, you know, that kind of stuff. Because for a lot of people, it is their first time being self-employed, being their own boss, you know, that kind of stuff. As it is for me, it's my first time doing that. And, you know, it's been, like a year and a half since I've actually had a job, you know, I've been a stay-at-home mom. So I haven't really had anything to hold me accountable, you know, other than my kids running around being like, I'm hungry, you know. But other than that, it'll be nice to get back into work and that kind of stuff. I'm actually really excited to start doing stuff again. You know, I'm really, really excited to get back to work. Me and my husband actually just had a whole chat talking about, you know, what our goal is for everything, what my goal is with real estate, what I'm thinking, what I'm seeing, you know, and then he explained what he's seeing, you know, and it is a big change of me trying to go from being the stay-at-home mom, you know, that cooks dinner and cooks lunches and makes lunch for my husband when he's on his way to work and makes dinner so that he can eat it at work, because my husband works nights, so he's gone for 12 hours, so he takes his lunch, he takes his dinner to work, and that's where he eats it, you know. So it's going to be a little bit more of a transfer of roles. So it's kind of, we're kind of talking about like who's going to do what, you know, that kind of stuff, how it's going to look like, what our ultimate goal is, what my ultimate goal is, you know. And I was explaining to him, you know, my ultimate goal is I want to do this full time. I want to become that full-time realtor that's busy all the time, that's working all the time. That's what I would like to do, you know. You know, a year from now, I don't see myself being at home at all. You know, I see myself working constantly. And I wanted my husband to understand that and see where I'm at and kind of see where he's at and what I need to do to get to that point where he feels comfortable with me doing that, you know. And it was just kind of like what our expenses look like and how much I would need to be making and what kind of our goals were, if we would be putting the kids in daycare or if we would be finding a nanny or what we would be doing, how much money I would need to be making to accomplish that kind of stuff. And that's also a really important conversation to be having with your loved one, you know, your partner, because you guys should talk about where you are, where you want to be, you know, that kind of stuff, because that's how you grow with them. If you guys don't know what your path is and you don't know where you're going, your path can split, you know. And if you want your path to grow together, you have to talk about it. You have to discuss, you know, what's going on with your head, what's going on with mine, and let's mingle it, you know. Let's do some, what do they call it? It's like compromises, yeah. Compromises, working together, kind of like mingling everything of what I want, what he wants, and seeing how to push that and how to get to that, you know. So today was just a lot of, yeah, goal setting, you know, deciding how we're going to get there, what we want to do, talking about everything that's going on lately, and then watching all those videos and kind of learning how to do some stuff and that kind of stuff. So, like I said, I'll be watching a more in-depth version of the KV Core video now. And then she has like 4 other videos just about KV Core. So that kind of says how much KV Core does, you know, a ton. And so that's what I'll be doing today or tonight. I don't know. It's like an hour left. So maybe tomorrow. And then, yeah, I have to meet her in the whole world, and then I'll come and I'll talk to you guys about everything I did on day 3, and we'll see how everything's going. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future, for our journey. I'm excited, you know what I'm really excited for? I'm excited to watch these videos back like a year from now and be like, oh, like I was living, you know, with my mother-in-law, you know, I was a stay-at-home mom, you know, like I was doing all this stuff, you know, and for a year from now, it'll be nice to see kind of where I'm at, what happened, you know, that kind of stuff. And that'd be a cool video too. A year from now, just do like a matchup, like, oh, like this is what I did day to day, you know, and now this is what I'm doing day to day and that kind of stuff. I think that'd be interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that in mind. If there's anything you guys want to know or you guys are interested in knowing, or if you want me to talk more about what the test was like, that kind of stuff, just, you know, shoot me a comment or like this video if you liked it, you know, subscribe, and definitely subscribe because I'm going to be doing 365 days as a new realtor. I'll probably even do more than that. Or if it gets redundant, maybe I'll do this week I did, or this week I did, you know, just because I feel like a lot of people, when they first start things, they're kind of like, don't know what to expect, and I feel like that's a good thing to know, especially when I was looking at brokerages and stuff. A lot of the reviews that I was seeing for some brokerages is I felt just kind of left to my own. I didn't really know what I should be doing. I didn't know what to do, you know, that kind of stuff. And I feel like that shouldn't be happening. Like, if you join a brokerage, they should take care of you and they should show you exactly what to do. But if they're not and you're there, then come watch my videos and we will talk about what to do, how we're doing it, and how to get there, you know? And then it also, if you guys haven't picked a brokerage yet and you want me to do a video on that, go ahead, comment. I can totally do that. I can tell you how I picked my brokerage. I interviewed so many people, you know, I can tell you everything that I did, what was my deciding factor, all that kind of stuff, all the questions I asked everyone, and then EXP is not kind of the first brokerage that I was looking at. It's definitely not the first one, and you shouldn't only look at one brokerage. But I'm saying, like, I had agreed to join one, and I was kind of there for their, like, pre-stuff, and then I just got a vibe that was like, no, like, this one is not it, you know? And if you haven't signed that contract yet, you don't have your license yet, you are not stuck there. If you have your license, you're also not stuck there. You just have to send your license in and apply for another one, but it does cost, you know, some money to re-get the new license with your new brokerage on it. So you're not stuck anywhere at all, you know. But I'm just saying, if you haven't signed anything yet, if you get that feeling, follow it. Don't stay there, you know, just move on. So if you want that whole story, we can do that. Or if you just want to watch that whole story now and you're okay with flipping through like 6 different videos, I've done that on my TikTok, but like I said, TikTok's only like 3 minutes, so it's a good amount of videos that you have to watch to get the whole story. Or I can just make that here. Just let me know what you guys want, you know? Yeah, so comment, tell me what you want. I'll do it. That's how shit gets done. Okay, thanks. Bye.